Alright ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my channel. My name is Chandler, better known as Lord T. And goodness gracious, great balls of fire, today we are all about Lilli. Teaching you how and why you need to be using her in FRAG Pro Shooter. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and while you're at it, leave a comment. Do you enjoy using Lilli? Without further ado, let's get into today's episode. My name is Lord T. Here is a cup of tea that you can't see on the camera yet, and this is Lilli. Lilli is a legendary defense card with versatility for attack. While she's at level 11, her HP is 390, her average damage per second is 179, her speed is 11.6 kilometers per hour, and her engaged shooting speed is 8.7 kilometers per hour. Lilli has unlimited ammo, so there is 0 reload time. Her fire rate is of 70, but she has a massive range of 45 meters, and the damage over time is 103. So Lilli offers offense in the form of defense, but is a defensive card that can be used offensively. Are you still with me? Good, because I'm now going to explain her special ability of Cyber Rage. Now, it's a 12-second cooldown time, the duration of 4 seconds, and what happens is Lilli rolls up into a ball. She gets a health bonus of 259 and is dealing 166 damage per second. However, when you explode the ball, everything in a 6-meter radius will take a base damage of up to 830. So the longer you hold out in the ball, the closer the timer gets to 0 and you explode, the more damage you do. So as you'll see on the gameplay here, I'm wiping out an opponent single-handedly with Lilli and her ability. Lilli is absolutely insane, and you can see why I'm using her for offensive reasons rather than defensive. And her 2 frag powers make her an absolute powerhouse in frag. The first one adds extra HP to her ability, increasing it by 100%. So that goes up to a whopping 918 HP. And then of course the second one increases her ability damage by 20%. So instead of 830 base damage, she's going to be doing 996 at level 11. Lilli is a fire princess of destruction. But what about the game modes to use her on? Lilli is incredible, right? Payload, she has the range, and her ability is deadly when it's left alone. So you can sit back and get that 45-meter range, taking out the opponent's payload, or you can progress, be offensive, and go and blow up and kill their payload. However, the tunnel map in normal game mode is also strong for Lilli because there's limited avenues for the opponent to progress. Straight lines, 45-meter range, Lilli excels in the tunnel map. She's also good on street frag, but there are some unwritten rules in frag, aka don't use Scrapper and Lilli on street frag unless you're a noob. Speaking of noobs, the AI isn't as bad with Lilli as first thought. I've been watching my opponent's AI of Lilli, I've been watching my own AI, and I've got to give her a solid 7 out of 10. It'll never progress forward with Lilli to use her ability to blow up their base, but the AI does the job well of using Lilli as a defense card, which remember is her actual position. Moving on to implants, my combination: reduced damage, increased damage, slow effect, respawn time. You want to keep Lilli on as long as possible. You want to increase her damage, slowing the opponent down while they're taking that damage over time from her main attack. And of course respawn time, because you want Lilli on the field. You want to be having fun with her because she is just an incredible powerhouse princess. So we want a fun team to use her with. The deck that I'm about to show you is super fun for you. It's pretty meta and it's an absolute nightmare for the opponent, and gives you the strategy to sit back, control the game, and watch them wither up into a tiny ball and cry themselves to sleep at night. Too far? Nah, I didn't think so either. So the first card is Sombrero, which is all about his special ability with the bombs. You can sit back, control the game, and if you want to progress late on, you can, but you put pressure on the opponent just by fragging them. Whenever they are fragged, they are turned into 2 bombs, and these bombs head to their bunker. It puts on the pressure, it puts on the damage just by you sat back and defending. This is controlling the game. But if you want to progress a bit more around the field and actually use an active character, Duncan is incredible. I use him as soon as Lilli has been KO'd. I mean, he is my counter to Takeshi. He's your counter to Stella. He's your counter to Archon, Red Shadow, you name it, he is the counter to. His burn damage synergizes with Lilli's burn damage, and just having that flexibility with his fire rate of being a rapid high, it puts so much pressure on the opponent, and you don't even have to go into their half of the map. You wait for them to come to you and you just slap them in the face with a basketball. I mean, go and watch my Duncan video if you really want to see how to use Duncan properly. But you still want to progress forward, you actually want to attack, get Avalanche on your team. He's another rare card that's overlooked, but give him a chance in the spotlight and you'll see why Avalanche is incredible. His ability, Ice Prison, throws an Ice Prison obviously around them. They can't move and they're taking chip damage while trapped in that Ice Prison. So cards like Red Shadow trapped in there are useless. So you're not going to get swept aside. You can progress forward and kill their bunker. You can also use it defensively as well and surround yourself with the Ice Prison at their bunker. So you can smash their bunker up without being interfered. Savage. And then for the last spot is a card that's been nerfed, is a card that's still hated, Zap Girl. Yes, the nerf has made her damage really weak, but the towers, although they cannot be lobbed to the other side of the map, for the strategy with this deck of keeping control, of keeping defense, it's fine to place the towers in our area, so any opponent that has somehow made it through our campers is going to be approached and burnt and electrocuted by either Lilli, by either Zap Girl, by either Avalanche, by either Duncan, and it can be sure that your base is left well defended. Lilli is a scary, infinite ammo, massive range, and the largest possible base damage princess in the game. Using her will not only burn your opponent, but also burn their dreams and chances of winning to ashes. So that's everything on how and why to use Lilli in FRAG Pro Shooter. Make sure that you have subscribed. Make sure that you like the video to let me know to keep making them. Leave a comment who you want me to review next. But until then, my name is Lord T. I have finished a delicious cup of tea, and I'll see you next time.